Keep that light off. See how it looks. I need like an RGB light in that corner. It pumps up some blue light in that corner, or maybe one. Somewhere behind that thing. Don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Figure it out. Alright, let's do this. Let's get everything set up. Used to be in trouble. Now we're turning 30. No. It's such a great song. It's a problem with games on what's it called? On Thursday nights trying to do like a D&D stream. Because you'll class with Exandria Unlimited eventually. And Exandria Unlimited has really strong grip, in my opinion. So, is what it is. But we'll make it work. Alright. So let's begin this video. We're gonna make it prior to the thing, but we'll make it live. Because why not? What's up, everybody? It's Rob from Sage Tower Games, and we are here with the latest Marvel Champions announcement from Fantasy Flight Games, and that is the Hood Scenario Pack. This is the newest scenario pack. I think this is the last one we've gotten since Kang. It's been a standalone scenario pack. And the Hood is a very interesting criminal or villain because he kind of makes this criminal empire by recruiting a bunch of lesser severe villains to form this big threat. So, this 78 card scenario pack, which probably is as big or bigger than Kang, because I think Kang's up there at least. I think the Kang deck alone is like 30-40 cards. Showcases the Hood and his notorious organization of supervillains. 9 module encounter sets. So he's got a lot of encounter sets, that's for sure. Hopefully they're good. So we can kind of see a little bit of the cards here. The Hood, stage 1. 1/1 scheme and attack. Foul play, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that card does not belong to the Hood encounter set, deal it to yourself as a face down encounter card. I believe the rest of them are kind of shown right here. Let's do a bit of a zoom in on the standard 1 version of him. So obviously there'll probably be cards that trigger this foul play ability for him. And then he has his scheme is making connections 1A. Choose 7 module encounter sets and set them aside. Choose one of them at random and shuffle it into the encounter deck. So this is a really cool idea. Basically, you have 7 different encounter sets, different, like, I guess, villains that he's trying to recruit. And throughout the game, I guess they'll be added into the main deck. That's cool because one of the things I've always wanted to try with Marvel Champions is all these other encounter sets that we have in the game that we don't really use that much. When was the last time anybody played with Tombstone? Or Scorpion? Or Electro? I mean, we played with them like when they first came out. But lately, I mean, even Kang, I just play Kang with either Arachnorots or Temporal, really. So, you could have a scenario where you could have him pull in, he could pull in Electro, he could pull in Tombstone, he could pull in MODOK, all these other ones. He could pull out a bunch of the Hydra sets and have a bunch of Hydra minions going about. Or I could see even like a Badoon and the Kree have like an intergalactic empire. So as the heroes bow, they will be forced to resolve his foul play through cause like the established dominance attached to your history. Don't know why I just said there. Attached to your identity. After the hood activates against you, resolve his foul play ability, drawing the card. Exhaust your identity and place 2 threat on the main team, so that's pretty easy to get rid of. And you can kind of see in the picture, you can see Wrecking Crew is here for the most part. Wrecker, Thunderball, Pile Driver, Bulldozer, all there. Madam Mask. This is a hood character. 1 scheme to attack 4 Masters of Evil. God. When revealed, resolve the foul play ability. And then when defeated, resolve the foul play ability. So it's going to force you to resolve it twice. Which, yeah, as it says, by discarding these cards, it'll speed through the deck. Especially if you add in like a Star-Lord or even a Scarlet Witch, the deck will go through a lot faster. 5A, so that would be his next main scheme. When revealed, choose 1 set-aside module and shuffle it into the deck. Place an acceleration token on the main scheme. So as the deck goes through, the acceleration gets faster, and you get more and more sets get added. Add in a chance for some field recruitment. Oh, so field recruitment, I'm hoping there's only 1 of them. Could be 2, I don't know. Choose 1 set-aside module set and shuffle into the deck. Resolve the ability. Remove this card from the game. So it forcefully adds 1 in, and then thins the deck out as well because it gets rid of 1 card, even though you just added a bunch in. Now let's see what we got here. Hood's Mantle. Attached to the hood, the hood gets Retaliate 1 and Steady. Now Steady is one of the big piece of news from this set, and that is a new keyword that we haven't seen before. Steady requires 2 status cards of the same type to be stunned or confused. Now this is kind of what I had hoped that Hulk was going to be. That I hope that we might get some of these kind of abilities because it's a cool ability. Now, obviously, there's some questions about that I've seen people already start to question. If you hit somebody with a stun, does it stay there? And if it does stay there, if that person was to attack, does it stay there until they get stunned? It's kind of like that confusion on that part. I'm not sure if they've cleared that out yet on how it actually works. Or do you have to like do both in the same turn to really get it out? It does stay? That's awesome. So it's good to know that it does stay on the person. What's up, Joe? How are you doing this evening? So yeah, that's a new keyword that we've received. I think is going to be interesting because it's definitely going to Kind of like how they talked about they dealt with the issues that we've had about stun locking or kind of confused locking the villains. I think that's what a lot of people have done in Galaxy's Most Wanted. So now they're doing it to kind of help curb that. I'm doing all right. You're right. All right. The Hood's pistol is a straight +1/+1 scheme and attack. I'm assuming there's two of them, maybe? But it just said two pistols. So I'm assuming there's two of them. So potentially to raise his stats up quite a bit there. And then he has the upper hand, which pretty much just either schemes or attacks and then resolves the foul play. So there's lots of cards that trigger his foul play ability to happen over and over again. And if there's more counter sets, there's a better chance of getting cards that will lay down on you. I agree. I think this is gonna be one of a really good pack to pick up. So let's see some of the other cards we can kind of make out. So we have Cruel Intentions with a picture of Zola. I think that picture was a straight taken from another card, it looks like, to me. Peril Surge. When revealed, deal each player a face-down encounter card. Give the villain a face-down boost card. So that's a pretty rough card. Griffin is from the Beastie Boys set. That's a great name. I can't even say anything about that. Quick Strike. 3 attacks, 7 health. That's a beefy Griffin. After Griffin attacks and damages a character, stun that character. When defeated, if there's a stun friendly character in play, shuffle the Griffin into the deck. So you better clear that stun, or he's gonna just come right back in. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I've never heard of Griffin. We have something about a mystic minion, but I can't really see what that says. And Slug It Out is Peril Surge. It's an Expert 2 card. Don't know what that does, but we'll see what else we got. Okay. So for example, let's see. Notable villains like the scheming Calvin Zabo. Calvin Zabo looks that's like a straight like a uniform or something. 3 scheme, 1 attack. When revealed, if Mr. Hyde is in play, discard this card. Mr. Hyde attacks you with a +2 attack and overkill. When defeated, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Mr. Hyde and put him into play, engage with a player who was engaged with Calvin. So basically, Calvin turns into Mr. Hyde. And I believe we have a self-experimentation side scheme. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Mr. Hyde and reveal him. Shuffle. It says shuffle in one word. When a brute enemy would take any amount of damage, remove that much threat from this scheme instead. So kind of takes the damage away from, I'm assuming, Mr. Hyde, who is a brute. 10 health. So that is a big boy. 3 attacks. And he has a thing where if Calvin Zabo is engaged with a player, you discard Calvin Zabo. Mr. Hyde comes into play with a tough and deals 1 damage to everything. So you almost kind of want... Actually, I don't know what's better, because Mr. Hyde... If Mr. Hyde is in play and you draw Calvin, and you're looking at a 5 attack overkill. Or if Calvin's in play, you're looking at a Mr. Hyde coming into play with a 1 damage AoE. And he has 10 health. Self-experimentation gives him at least an extra 5 health to survive. That is a very, Very tough looking set. Of course, the crew is here. That's nice to see. Bulldozer, Wrecker, Pile Driver, Thunderball, all here, all villainous. They pretty much have their exact same ability that they have from their actual set. I'm assuming this says Overkill for Bulldozer. This says if the attack is not undefended, it's +2, Retaliate, and the 1 damage AoE. That's pretty cool. I kind of like Thunderball's picture here, actually. I feel like it's a less... Thunderball is really yellow in his set. But it's kind of cool that he's not wearing like the bright yellow suit in this one. That's pretty cool. But so now you have the Wrecking Crew in the Hood group. And what's kind of cool about it as well is that because this is a minor set, you could have Wrecking Crew in any encounter now, and they could just be part of it. Other notable villains are Boomerang, 2 scheme, 1 attack, 5 health. After he attacks you, deal 1 damage to each ally you control. And he's from the Sinister Syndicate. I'm not sure what that might be. Shocker from the same group, so Sinister 6. 1 scheme, 2 attack. After Shocker is attacked, you stun the attacking character. So that's just a... Wait, after Shocker is... after he is attacked, you stun whoever attacks him. Okay. I read that wrong the first time. So if someone attacks him, they get stunned. Crossfire is here as well. Crossfire has his own set. Crossfire's crew. 2 scheme, 2 attack, quick strike, 4 health. When Crossfire attacks, he attacks the friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points. That attack gains overkill and range, well, so he just picks off the weakest person he can every time. Okay. That's kind of funny, I gotta say. It's a very weird ability. I'm curious to see what else is in his set. Obviously, this does come into play because I believe Crossfire is Hawkeye's nemesis minion. So now we're going to have that issue as well. I think we're going to have 2 Crossfires, but you could have Crossfire's crew with Hawkeye's nemesis cards push in. So that would be interesting. We could have Daredevil. I mean, I wouldn't mind like a Defenders cycle, like a Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil like cycle. That would be pretty cool. So just looking at what we have the Wrecking Crew, we have the Sinister Syndicate, Crossfire's crew, Mr. Hyde, Beastie Boys. That's at least 5 of the 9 that we've seen. Flamethrower. This is from the Ransacked Armory set, so there's probably a bunch of weapons. And this is just attached to the minion with the most remaining hit points. Or if you cannot search the counterpart, get a minion, and then give them a flamethrower. +3 attack, and it's indirect. So that's actually a pretty scary card. That's like a Star Shock from Collector just as an attachment. I also realized something about this card. Well, I did not realize it the first time that I saw this card. This card doesn't have a way to get rid of it. So you pretty much have to defeat the minion. Other than that, the flamethrower is just going to stay on that minion, and it's going to be trouble. We have a citywide crisis. When revealed, resolve when revealed ability on each side scheme in play. If there's none, place 2 threat on each scheme. that's like... So that can either do a lot of stuff on the board, make some side schemes really bad, or it's just a mini, like, master plan, kind of, and just puts scheme everywhere. It's from the State of Emergency. That's 2 more that we've seen. And retreat to a secret lair. Correct, yeah. That, if those both go, that's going to be... Those side schemes are staying there for good at that point. There's Secret Lair, which is a location. Surge. When revealed, discard each other setting environment in play. Each enemy in play gains 1 acceleration icon. Each hero and ally in play gets +1 thwart. What? What? So if there's a lot of minions in play, they all have acceleration icons on them. But you get extra thwart. That's scary. I also want to know, why is there a baboon here in a cape? That's also a bit disconcerting as well. I think this is Cross. Is this Cross? I think this is Crossfire. I don't know who Crossfire is hanging out with, but the baboon is kind of a bit interesting. So the last bit of news we got from this, outside of all the encounter sets, is that we got 2 new basic encounter sets: Standard 2 and Expert 2. So these will replace the old standard cards and the old expert cards, as if some of them weren't bad enough. So we have Formidable Foe, which is permanent setup. The villain gains steady. Just deal with it. So now every villain can have steady. Ooh. Dark Dealings is another standard one. The villain schemed with a +1 scheme. That's not terrible. So that's pretty much, I'm guessing, replacing Advance, basically. I'm assuming this is essentially going to replace the Advance plan. And Total Annihilation. Surge, the villain attacks you, the attack gains overkill. So that's replacing Assault, probably. It just makes the attack have overkill. Is that Carnage? In the art? I mean, it looks like it is. That's pretty cool. So with that, we have new standard. I don't think there's any expert cards have been revealed. Like, I know we have Slug It Out, but we can't really see what it says. My guess is it's something to do about exhausting your identity or some sort of way, but who knows? So with all that, what do we think about the Hood? I mean, it's definitely probably one of the scenario packs that's just going to be a lot to get in. New standard cards, new expert cards, bunch of encounter sets that actually get used in the actual encounter scenario, and it's fun to kind of have a break from the intergalactic, like Thanos and all that coming down. So I definitely think this is a must buy for most people. I mean, most of the scenario packs have actually been pretty good, to be honest. Even like Wrecking Crew, which people like, you may or may not like, they at least have an interesting mechanic. Green Goblin gave you 2 different ways to play. Kane gave you the first, like, super tough scenario kind of pack in like the 3-part battle. But all the scenario packs have been really good so far. But yeah, I think is definitely a solid Solid pack. Not clean it up in the post. Yeah, that's actually really unbreakable thread. Attached to the I can't. I wish I could read that card. Hmm. Oh well. Does it say when it's gonna come out? This fall. Okay. Not too bad. I just like that they're adding a bunch of encounter sets and that hopefully they actually have a way to actually play them. Because I've always wanted to like use more of the encounter sets, but I've always been like, I just go with the default. It's just easier than trying to like take a set out and hope that the set doesn't screw it up everything I'm trying to do work with on the actual deck itself. All right. Now that we have all that fun sorted, let us get to the gameplay. The plan for this evening is it November? Nice. Probably makes sense because it's what it's or the planning August for um Thanos and then September Nebula, I guess October War Machine. And then probably November Hood, December Vision, maybe. I'd like to make the changes to this deck. Did. Okay, cool. So the plan is gonna be to start the first game in my Rise of Red Skull. What I just click on. Rise of the Red Skull campaign. This time with Drax and Venom. Played a bit on Tuesday. Why did they do this? Like I know the card is here because they have every card in. For some reason, Cerebro just can't find it. They take it off? Like it literally was here the other day. I like okay, whatever. I'm gonna not try to understand why the set can find all the other cards, can't find Shake It Off, even though that's because I've already pulled them out from there. Weirdness. And then let me just check. I was making some tweaks to the decks because I realized that I had kind of made the decks a bit weird. I had played Drax like I would play a Groot or someone like that, where you block a lot and then you defend and then play other stuff. But Drax can't really play like that. Drax needs to have Drax blocks using other cards so he can still attack on his turn. Do, 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 do. And then I'll reshuffle this just to make it fair. Make it random. Jesus Christ. All the ones to get the worst one. All right. Let's try this out. See how this works. So we have Drax and Venom going up against Crossbones for the first encounter in the Rise of the Red Skull. We're taking the Guardians of the Galaxy characters, trying them out in some of the other non-Galaxy's Most Wanted scenarios to see how they actually fare. We have Crossbones with the Exosuit, the first experimental weapon. And with that, let's shuffle up these cards and kind of see what we get. So, Nose of Steel. Fight Me card could be pretty good. Oh, but we got Dwight Feet Mastery. Okay. So, I'm thinking I might get rid of CIT for now. I actually might get rid of Armored Vest. And then I'll keep Nose of Steel just in case. Unfortunately, poor decisions were made. And then for Flash, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll keep the side holster. We'll keep the Venom's pistol. We don't really need Spider-Man. Don't really need clear the area. Don't really need behind enemy lines right now. So I got 4 Justice. Double 4 Justices and a Strength. Okay. And then we discard cards until we get a weapon upgrade. So we're going to be going through our deck, trying to find a weapon, which will require us probably blowing through a good chunk of our deck in the process. And one bad thing I don't like about this particular ability. And we'll have Drax start us off, why not? Alright, so we'll probably not... we could Knife Leap, actually. We'll use 1 Nerves of Steel to play Dwight Feet Mastery. We'll... What's required for this? 1 of everything? Yeah, I'm not paying that. I will attack from 1 to deal 1 damage. Then, and we draw a card from that. Ooh, okay. Then we'll play Fight Me Coward. Ready, draw a card, but he attacks me now. So first thing that happens is the machine gun fires. I take 2 indirect damage. Okay, and then he attacks me. For 3 plus 1, so 4 damage. Then I gain 1 vengeance counter. Okay. Then I'm gonna play then I can play Knife Leap 2. So that gives me a +5 overkill and piercing. So 1, 2, 5, 7 damage. And I draw a card. Now I use these 2 cards to play Mantis. Exhaust her, deal 1 damage, and heal myself for 3. That way I have parry ready to at least help me absorb some damage during the next phase. And I have Mantis to heal me up. So, the 8 damage, not bad. Alright. Side holster, flip up. 4 justice to play a pistol. I want a savage attack to do some damage, but I have to get rid of that annoying scheme. So I feel like oh, it's just troublesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to go 1 to deal damage to myself for the mental resource to discard exosuit to get that out of the way. And then just play strength to play the second pistol and then attack for 4. Ready, ready. And let's draw some cards. Multi-gun, running gun, got savage attack again. Ooh, we got payback and parry. Oh, wow. Okay, we have a lot of cards here. So, 2 on. Goes to attack, so machine gun fires. I take 1 damage. And he attacks. 2 plus 3 is 5. I will parry forfeit, so I only take 1 damage. I gain a counter. And then I will pay back the villain to deal X damage, will actually equal to my attack. My attack is 3. So it's 3 damage back. Yeah. And then against Venom, machine gun fires. So that flips over 1 damage. And then he attacks for 2 plus 2 is 4 damage. And that covers that. Hydro Bomber. Choose either take 2 damage or place 1 threat. Or place a threat. So it's exhaust and get another card. Give the villain a top status card. Okay. Well. I need at least 2 cards. I want to see if I could play a card and then still do run and gun. Or like play multi-gun and play something else. Because multi-gun could be really useful in this situation. What's going on over here? Remove. So he can remove 3 threat. So he'll remove 3 threat, which will cover that, so I don't have to play impede anyway. So in that case, I'm just more focused on actually playing my multi-gun, really. I may as well just play it straight out. Play multi-gun, exhaust it, and deal 2 damage to the Hydro Bomber to defeat him. Actually, no, take that back. Get 2 damage to the villain to pop the tough off. And then Drax will attack for 3 on the villain. Intimidation to remove 3 threat off the scheme. And then Mantis will take... I'm going to have Mantis actually heal Venom up a bit. So that Venom can get a bit more healthier. Okay. Draw up and see what we get. That also doesn't really help us anything, so that's just going to be a resource card. Oh, I did attack, so I would have technically drawn Shake It Off that turn. I guess I'll keep it one. I'll keep it one on. Yeah. Okay. 2 on. Goes to attack Venom. The machine gun fires. 3 indirect damage. Jesus. Then he attacks. I think I am going to... I'm going to defend for 4, actually. 2, 4. So no damage. Then he'll attack Drax. For 2 plus 2 is 4. That brings me down to 5. I gain a vengeance counter. He attacks me from 1. I take a damage. I'll pay back to deal 4 damage back to the villain. And then I'll actually do a desperate defense to play Shake It Off to give myself a tough after the bomber hits me. And then we get our counter cards. Hydra Soldier has God. The Villain Schemes. 2 plus nothing. So we're still on the first scheme. We gain the pack. Okay, so... Oh, I wanted to really... Let's look at our cards here for a second. I could play Jack Flag, for instance. 2, 3, 4. And then I could play... Well, someone's going to probably have to flip down. If Drax flips down, he heals up at least 6. But I could do 4 damage. I could theoretically push the boss that way. I'm going to do 4 and get rid of the Hydra Soldier. And draw a card from that. Oh, almost have enough to play Gamora, actually. I will use Mantis' ability to heal 3 on Drax. That will defeat her. Venom will use a multi-gun, deal 2 damage to the bomber. Finish him off. And then I think I go 2, 3, 4 to play Jack Flag. Thwart for 2 of that scheme. And maybe stay up this turn. If I'm staying up, I should have... Yeah, I'm gonna stay up, actually. I don't have Project Rebirth out. I don't have anything like that. So I may as well stay up, keep Helicarrier just in case. Fine. Okay, that's not bad. I will get rid of Gamora, actually. Ooh, Drax's other knife. Okay. 2 on. Goes to attack Drax. 2 plus 2 is 4. It's the tough. I draw a card even though, because it doesn't have to do damage to me. Get a counter punch. And then attacks Venom. 2. I'll take it. Oh god, 5 damage. That means I can't use my ability next turn. Mistakes were made. Discard X cards where X is Crossbones attack. Wait, from my deck on counter deck. And counter deck. 2 and 1. So 3 indirect damage. Okay. The villain attacks you. If they have a weapon attachment, this card gains Surge. Does not. So I am going to have oh, that's do I just block with Jack? I mean, Jack Flag has the ammo counter on him. I could block for 4, but if it's a 3, I die. If I block with Drax, I'll block with Drax. And I'm going to use the energy to pay for the Desperate Defense. So it's a 2, 3. So I take no damage. I ready. I do draw a card, I believe, because it says when the villain attacks Drax. It doesn't say attacks you, so I think it does count. And then Combat Knife. Thank God those came out in that order. Okay, well, we can't use our ability, so that kind of isn't good. Ooh. I could confuse him. But he can intimidate the 4 off, actually. So that's fine. So in that case, I will go 1, 2, 3 to play Concussive Blow. Confuse the enemy. I did use a physical resource. Deal 3 damage to the enemy. So he takes 3 damage and he is confused. Then I'll exhaust Jack Flag to use his ability to do 2 damage. And then I'm going to multi-gun to deal 2 damage, which will advance Crossbones. So 32, he has piercing, and he gets another weapon. He gets the Power Gauntlet. And then I'm going to flip down here for 4. Okay, Drax's turn. Counterpunch to play Intimidation to remove 4 threat. I'm going to play Drax's other knife to give him Retaliate. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to attack for 4. 28. I draw a card. Oh, wow. Okay. We'll play Drax's knife. I think I have to flip down, though. That's the problem. They both have to go down. Because there's no way I can afford Take another hit. Yeah. We'll flip down, so we heal 6, brings us up to 10. The good thing about this is that we have our other knife to get us ready. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got cards that can help us deal with some stuff. So we have some pretty good cards. Okay. 2 on. He tries to scheme. He's confused. Schemes against Drax, however. So it's a 2 plus. Give the villain a tough status card. He has not advanced yet. Quick strike. Too bad I am in alter ego form. You are confused. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. All right. So what are these attachments? Mental, physical, mental, physical. Okay. So armored vest to play Drax's other knife. Flip up. Mental, physical to get rid of power gauntlet. Go to power gauntlets. And then I could do it again, actually. Let's do it again, why not? To get rid of the knife. Just get both of the things off. I'll attack 2. It breaks the tough. So we've cleared crossbones of everything. Ooh, Night Nurse is really good right now. Alright. Flash's turn. So how much threat do we have going on here? 5. He can do 2. So let's have him do 2. See how this math works. Because I could play making an entrance. I'm going to play Genius to pay for the Spider Sense. Concussive Blow to play Project Rebirth. Use Project Rebirth to heal up 3. Flip up. Pay 1 to play making an entrance. So it gives me +2. So I have 3 thwart. I'll thwart for 3. Which removes all the threat on the scheme. And to remove all the threat, I can heal 2. And since I've removed all the threat from the scheme, I can play Turn the Tide to deal 3 damage to the Jet Trooper to defeat him. And then a multi-gun to attack for 2 on Crossbones. This game's going a lot cleaner than the last games that we played by a long shot. Kind of figuring out how to play Drax a bit better, how to play Venom a bit more tighter. Goes without saying, we would definitely get an encounter card with Venom soon. Ooh, okay. Parry's, I mean, I still have a 4. Parry's a 4, so that's not bad. Okay. 2 on. Goes to attack Drax. 2 plus 3 is a 5. I'll parry it. I have 2 attacks, so a double is 4. I'll take 1 damage, and I get 1 vengeance counter. Goes to attack Venom. I draw a card from Spider Sense. I'm going to pay 1 and use Concussive Blow to play Grasping Tendrils. I only use physical resources, cancels the attack, and stuns him. And then encounter card. Encounter card. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks. Well, he can attack, he's stunned. Okay. The villain attacks you. I'll block for 4. No damage. The villain attacks you. Jesus, double assault. I'll take it. Discard a support you control. God. Support specifically. Well, the only support I have is Project Rebirth. And I still take 3 damage from that. Ouch. Okay. I'll use 1 to play Clear the Area. To remove 2 threat from the scheme. It removed the last threat. I draw a card from it. I might have a lot of things to remove threat. Yay. Multigun and exhaust him to do 4 damage to Crossbones. Okay. Oh wait, he had retaliate from that first attack. So he should take a damage. Okay, so my attacks are 3. So I'm going to play Leading Blow to attack for 3. Reduce it by 1. So I deal 2 damage. I still did the damage even after that. So I ready my hero and I draw a card from Dwight the Mastery. Okay. I'm going to attack for another 3. Draw a card. Board. Let's do it. Fight me, coward. Ready? Draw a card. You guessed it. Villain attacks me. So villain will attack me. I'm going to actually use Martyr and play a Subdue. So it's a -3 on whatever he flips. So 3 plus 1 is 4. I only take 1 damage. I get a counter, and he takes a retaliate damage. And then I'm going to attack from 1, 2, 3, 4. And draw a card. And then I'm going to use both of these cards to play Too Stubborn to Die. Drax is insane. Drax is actually like... That's actually a pretty solid turn. 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got deflection. We could just deflect. Some insane stuff here. Alright. 2 on. Somehow we've kept it at literally the first scheme. Attacks Venom. Do we just go? I think we just go. So I'm not going to block. 3 plus 2. The reason why I'm not blocking is because I'm going to use 2 cards and play Deflection to prevent up to 5 damage, so it prevents all 5 damage. Discard cards from the top of my deck equal to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it deflects all of the damage from Venom's attack. Then he attacks me for a 3+. 3 plus 3 is 6. Ouch. Bring him down to a 2. He retaliates 1 damage back. And I'm at max vengeance counters now. Encounter card, encounter card. Quick Strike, Hydra Jet Trooper. 4/2. Jack Flag's gonna have to block that. Crossbones Assault. And then Hydra Flame Soldier. And we take the lead. Okay. Leading blow. So we take 2 off. So I have a 4/5 attack minus 2 is 3 damage. It still hits. So I attack and I ready. Draw a card. And then I attack for another 4/5. And then for Venom, I'm just seeing if it actually matters in any way. 2 to play it impede, remove 3 threat off here, bring it back, use it to play clear the area, remove 2 threat. Actually, no, let's not do that because that would force him to activate. So we'll just shoot him for 2. And Crossbones is defeated. Just like that. So Drax and Venom have much easier blown through Crossbones, no problem. Kept them on the first scheme the entire scenario. With only 2 experimental weapons going on. Let's check the campaign again to kind of see what we get. Each book requires the amount of experimental attachments. Each character chooses one of the tech upgrades from the Hydra campaign and adds it to their deck. And we record the hit points. So the basic tech upgrades are deal 5 damage to everything. Discard this card to touch for an ally. Ready your hero and heal 5 damage. And draw 5 cards. I think Adrenal Stims definitely for Drax. I think that's definitely give him another way to ready and heal up is going to be amazing for him. And I kind of I normally go for Tactical Scanner and those. Drawing 5 cards. I guess 5 cards will allow him to do Savage Attack and that's a Laser Cannon. Why not? So Adrenal Stims for Drax. Laser Cannon for Venom. 2 health, 5 health. Well, let's be honest, we'll probably take an obligation from those. I forget if it's random or not. Yeah. But we're probably going to take an obligation to heal up. Because we did take quite a beating. So that is the campaign scenario. Ooh. So after that, Vax is actually really scary good. If you get Drax rolling, he's almost in a way, he's almost like a beefier Quicksilver. Well, like Quicksilver attacks a lot, but like I feel like you kind of have to. There's a lot more like finagling. It's kind of like you have to have force resistance out. You have to attack, ready. You build up adrenaline rushes and stuff like that. Whereas opposed to Drax, it's just I have a +5. I have a 5 attack, just naturally, and I'm gonna keep swinging, and the villain will swing back at me, and it's just gonna be pretty much slugfest, essentially. So, but Venom played pretty tight too. Actually, I'll have to give Venom credit, like for what he played. He played a lot smooth, a lot slicker than I've played him in the past. Like that threat had no chance. I had abundant amount of threat to play. All right. So now we need to figure out: do we could in theory push on and play Absorbing Man just to give them another shot. I mean, let's see. Hold on. Let's see the option here. Full recovery. Full recovery. I think Drax has to take an obligation. Flash. I mean, Flash, if I mulligan for Project Rebirth, it might not be that bad. And draw Project Rebirth, and then it'll actually hit. Then plus Project Rebirth, plus my heal, brings me up to a 12. Or we could just take that obligation and deal with it. The other thing we have to do is we may need to practice solo champions. As I mentioned on my Tuesday stream, I will be starting to attempt the Solo Champions League series. Now, obviously there's gonna be some growing pains. As someone who plays two-handed solo, I'm more used to having that kind of you cover this, you cover that kind of feel, as opposed to a concrete one character deal. And the other issue is going to be, not unfortunately, like looking at it, and I will. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Just pull it up. And yes, for anybody questioning, this is Sipping Tool. I'm that kind of person. So looking at the stuff, the first round, which starts this weekend, I thought it started tomorrow. Apparently, it starts Saturday. Is not Saturday. Today is the 22nd, 23rd. Yeah, Saturday. 4 different heroes to choose from, but you're locked in a particular aspect. Round 2 is 1 hero, any aspect. Round 3 is also standard, but you flip. I don't know if the question marks mean anything. They could just be random. 4 heroes locked into an aspect. Round 4 is expert. 1 hero, any aspect. And round 5 is also expert. 4 heroes, 1 aspect. So there's 3 aspects. So pretty much you have a hero, you can either have a number of heroes to pick from, but 1 aspect, or one hero and a bunch of aspects. So that's kind of cool. Kind of narrows down your deck building ideas. I also like that 3 of the 5 are standard. I believe that they said that only 1 or 2 possibly of the missions or the rounds will actually be galaxies, possibly. I'm assuming it's going to be the standard ones. Let's be honest. I don't think they would throw expert galaxies most wanted on the very first time it's available. That would just be rough. So we could try a standard. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to build standard Drang and go from there. And see how it works. So standard Drang, and let's just say anybody who is in the chat, if you have any hero suggestions, feel free to toss them out. As I will try and build a deck. In the meantime, I'll set up Drang. Standard Drang. I'm assuming for now I'll just put the Milano, the Banabadoon in there. Brotherhood, ship command, that all comes in. And just Milano ship is just there. I mean, I really like Drax. Drax was actually pretty good. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna play Gamora. But let's think about hold on. So let's think about this for a second. We know Drang has a lot of minions, right? So we need someone that can deal with minions. We also need. I'm gonna build. And we also know that only has 13 health though. Do we just go Hulk? You guys just want to build a Hulk deck and just see Hulk smash? No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a Gamora deck. Because I feel like that could be fun. I'm gonna play Gamora. I'm gonna play her aggression. But I'm gonna have justice and protection cards as my events to help me out. So I think I'm gonna have 3 deflections to help me take hits. And I'm gonna have 3 impedes to help me deal with threat. Wait, impede I think is only main screen. Yeah. That's only main scheme. So we'll do 3 4 justices instead. And then Finally, I... Hold on. There we go. Oh, wait, what is deflection? Is deflection not an event? It's a skill? What? Oh. Wow. Good to know. Good to know. Wow, okay. I guess we'll do momentum shifts and 4 justices. And then I'm gonna add... The problem with... I was gonna think about doing a fusillade because I have Gamora's sword. And I could also add in... Where are you? Jawbone. No, I'm gonna add... Yeah, because I feel like Gamora wants to play events. She's not as bothered about attacking herself personally. But then I feel like I can use Relentless Assault. I can do... Fusillade. You'll pay for that to help deal with the threat. I'll do surprise attack too, actually. Hall of Heroes, because obviously we're facing a ton of enemies. Two cards left. Run 2 hand cannons. I'm not sure how this deck will work, but we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Should be very interesting. I'll sit here. We'll have Gamora constructed. It's weird, like, because the card can't be imported through the Cerebro, but you can add it no problem. Okay. So we're gonna try this out and see how this works. It's a bit more of like a very aggressive, but less focusing on Gamora doing the attacking herself. Alright. I believe everything is set up here. I don't have ship command, do I? Let's just double check. Ship command is here. Brother of Badoon, Banner Badoon. Yep. Okay. I'm playing this in standard. So let's see what we get. Jawbone right off the... Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of both Relentless Assaults. And get rid of everything else. This starts with 2. And does go up by 2 every turn. But... So I'm going to look at the top card of my deck. If it is an attack or thwart event, it is an attack event. Add to my hand. I don't really want any of those events just yet. But I may as well, right? I may as well use one to play Conditioning Room. Exhausted to return the bottommost attack or thought event to my hand. Heal 1 damage. I'm already at max, but just to get it back into my hand and to pay for itself. Flip up. Then I'm going to spend a physical resource to play Surprise Attack to deal 4 damage to Drain. It's an attack event, so I remove 1 threat from the scheme. Then I'm going to do 1 to play Jawbone. I'm going to use the Milano and a card to play Fusillade to exhaust a weapon to deal 5 damage to an enemy. And then I'm going to attack for 2. So it brings them down to 2. Alright. And we draw cross counter. Yes. 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2 on. 1 charge. Attacks me. I'm not gonna defend. So it's 2 plus 2 is a 4. I will play cross counter. Actually, I'm going to do... Yeah, I'll do that. So prevent 3 damage, which I prevent 2. I take 1. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Bing. And remove 1 threat from the scheme. Okay. And because it's an attack and thwart event, it triggers both finesse and precision. So I remove 1 threat and 1 damage, which will then advance strength. And then otherwise, Drain gets Drain Spear. Shuffle the deck. And then a counter card. The Dune Sentry. Okay. So 14 hit points, and we are out of here. Now I could play Nebula to search my deck for like a Fusillade or something along that lines. I don't think it's worth to play full momentum. There's only 1 threat on the scheme. And I can have Nebula actually block for me. Yes, I'm gonna go 1, 2, play Nebula to search my deck for an attack or thwart event. And I'm gonna pull out cross counter. Then I'm going to attack for 2 with Nebula. Then I'm gonna attack for 2 with Gamora. Pay or generate a wild resource to trigger Jawbone to deal extra 2 damage. That's 4 damage, bring him down to 8. And then ready, draw up. 5. 2 on. Attacks for 4 plus. I'm just gonna block with Nebula actually. Just get it over with. Exile the Badoon ship's charge ability, so it goes up to a 3. 4 damage, Nebula is defeated. I take a damage. Counter card. Badoon Grunt comes into play. I do have another minion, doesn't engage me. Okay. So I have to do 8 damage. I'm just seeing if I have a way to actually, like, perfect the board a little bit. Because I have ways to do so. Like, I can go. This to remove a threat from the scheme. It doesn't. It does damage, so I'll do a damage to Drang. Then Milano and 4 Justice to play a decisive blow to deal 7 damage. Because I play a Thought Event, so that will kill. And remove 1 threat. But in the meantime, I could then attack for 2 and get rid of a Badoon Grunt. So then I have 1 threat. And 1 minion out. And I win on my 3rd turn. And that's fast. That is really fast. So these games don't take that long to actually go. Like, it was tight. Standard's really easy. Like, just going through that fast. They have a way to, just in case it's, sometimes it gets a bit screwy. Okay, good. I'm just gonna try this deck against everybody now. Let's do Standard Collector. Comes in with the Menagerie Medley. Put in the obligation. And shuffle that up. So see, like, Gamora deck plays a really tight. I think Gamora's. I feel like the problem I have with Gamora though is Gamora does have it, like, if you don't have your cross counters, you better have a way to either protect yourself or go down. Put the top card of each player's deck in the collection. Keen Instinct. I'm just gonna put it over here. So I need to get to 10. Wait a minute. No. Yeah. Plus a 4. And that's everything set up there. Let's see what we get. I mean, we have a lot of good cards here. I'm gonna go to these two and see if I can get some. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll just go with that. We'll just go with that. I'll use my ability to look at the top card of my deck. It is an attack or thought. It is a thought event, so I get that card. That's actually a really good one. Actually, it's not. That's not a good one. Sorry. So we want to find a way to play Decisive Blow. So we flip up. We play Set the Pace to remove 1 threat from the scheme. Attack from 1. I mean, deals 1 damage. Then I'm gonna do You'll Pay for That and a Forward Momentum to play Decisive Blow. I play a Thwart event, so it does 7 damage. So it's 7 damage. And removes a threat. Then I'm going to play Acrobatic Move to deal 2 damage. And I'm going to play Set the Pace to remove 1 threat. Then I'm going to attack for 2. So I roll down the 1 and 1 on his very first turn. Ready? I'll keep for just in case. Not a good hand. Add 1. He attacks from 1 plus. Put the top card of your deck face up in the collection. Hall of Heroes. Collection needs to get to 5, by the way. Keep that in mind. Psionic Ghost. I am confused. Alright. So I'm going to play Momentum Shift and Fusillade to play Valence Assault. 5 damage overkill. Defeat the ghost, he goes to the collection. Deals the damage, advances. Top card of the deck face up or take 3 damage. I'll take a put card face up in the collection. I'm going to use 2 cards to get rid of Keen Instincts from the collection. And then I'm going to Thwart to remove the Confuse. Okay. Adds 1. Attacks for 2 plus 2 is 4 damage. I take 4 damage. I will use Power of Aggression to play. You'll pay for that. To remove 4 threat of the scheme, it's a Thwart event, so he takes 1 damage from that. Encounter card. The Beyonders Blazer. Great. Well, I'm going to use 2 of those. I will place 2 threat on the main scheme. To discard that card, it goes to the collection. Exhaust to remove a card from the collection. Flip down. So that's round 3. There's my cross counter, right? This turn, I get 1 on. He schemes for 3 plus just nothing, so 3. Ghost comes into play. Ghost schemes for 2. Encounter card. Shadows of the Past. Nebula comes into play. Sibling Rivalry. And we get 3 cards to the set. Okay. Well. I'm going to look at the top card of my deck. It is an event. I draw it. Okay, that might actually matter. Hold on. I think this is enough. So if I flip up, Using 1 physical to play surprise attack. Deals 4 damage. And I'll remove a threat off main scheme. Then I'm gonna use Power of Aggression to play Hand Cannon. Oh no, it's not enough, is it? It's not enough. Because I have to exhaust the Hand Cannon to do the Fusillade. That's 5 damage, 6, 7 damage. Or I can do 4 damage. Well, I get more out of the Fusillade than I do. What's it called? The Hand Cannon, anyway. I'll do 5, 7 damage. I'm 2 off. So yeah, what would happen is I would go Hand Cannon, Fusillade, exhaust 5, 6, 7 damage. Brings them down to 2. I was hoping I would draw plus counter. But I didn't. 1 on. Get an encounter card. Attacks for 2 plus. Defend. 5. Take 3 damage. Take 2 damage. Take damage. I'm dead. So that wasn't bad. I also didn't do what I said I was gonna do, which was I just tried to take a square peg into a round hole. And what I mean by that is I tried to take Gamora built for draining versus Gamora just throwing against the collector. What would I change for Gamora? I would probably get rid of Hall for Heroes. Maybe that's it. I didn't really. I mean, overall, it wasn't terrible. Like, it really wasn't that bad of a deck build. I just got really unlucky. Let's try it again. I think we can. Yeah, I did have a few bad hands that were like miserable. I need to pull out the Nebula cards. Waylay, Waylay. Fine. It's funny because I played Collector so much that like I don't even know Gamora's Nemesis set like at all. But I know the cards that come in the Collector. That it's just like in my mind, I just know it. Okay. Apparently, you do not want to come into the game, apparently. This is why I don't like doing it through the actual thing sometimes. There's no opposite. There's no objects here. What is going on? Oh, that one works. What if I did that and then did this? Huh? Huh? No. No. You know what? F it. Next one. Do it live. We're gonna go to the next challenge. Because it gets plus X, we could the main move 3 threat per scheme. Put the library labyrinth into play. Set aside the ship command modular set. 7 must get to 11. And obviously here we're trying to remove threat. This is a bit weird because obviously when collector gets flipped, you basically defeating him gives you 3 hit points. I mean 3 threat. So Fires attack, acrobatic. Forward momentum's gonna be pretty big. I like well, I need something to deal with. So Jawbone can pay for surprise attack. And then that's the attack event to pay for forward momentum, which removes 5 threat. I'll get rid of 4 justice. Ooh, Fusillade though. The top card, it's an event. Flip up, I'm going to use Decisive Blow to play a surprise attack. Does 4 damage. 1 threat. Then I'm going to do Fusillade and 4 justice to play forward momentum to remove 5 threats and 1 damage. Then I'll play this to play a Jawbone. Thwart for 2. So that advances to 2A. So set aside Milano support from the ship command into the first player's control. Okay. Comes in with 11. And then I'm actually going to deal myself an encounter card to remove 5 threat from the main scheme. Okay. Ready. Okay. So 1 on. He attacks from 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus, I'm going to defend actually. So I take 1 damage. I shouldn't have defended, but that's whatever, is what it is. Poison, Seville, and each minion attacks you. So it's a 3 plus nothing, so 3 damage. Then I'm going to play, you'll pay for that. To remove 3 threat, deal damage to him. Okay. End of the round, poison ticks. I take a damage. Next round. Well, now I'm just gonna play 4 justice to remove 4 threat. Deal damage. That moves it on to flip library labyrinth. Place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme. Shuffle the remaining cards into the encounter deck. Comes in with 8. I will exhaust the Milano to remove 3 damage. I mean 3 threat. And then I will flip down actually. Ready? I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was counting all the times. So yeah, 2 on. Game for 4. I'm gonna lose actually. Wait a minute. Because it's 4 plus, right? Yeah, so no, I have to. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means I have to take it. So I have no choice. I have to stay up. Because it starts with 5, I added 2. He's attacking me for 4 plus. I block it. But first this happens. What this happens? Exhaust is to deal 2 damage to myself. Then I take 4 plus 1 is 5. I take 2, I block it. I take 3. They'll die. Okay. So I see now we need to play a bit. We need to tweak the decks. You can't just take one deck and just jam it in. So what would we tweak on the deck? I mean, honestly, I would probably just build her as a justice deck, to be honest. Right? She is a solid, like just a solid character build wise. I mean, you can't go. I don't know if she's. I don't know if I would rate her as a B or an A. I don't think I would put her at an S tier. I feel like she's a bit. Hmm, it's tricky because like she's really good, but I feel like she runs into the issue where you have to kind of build it to where cross counter isn't your crutch. Because I feel like you really are banking on cross counter to kind of keep you not dying. And if you don't have cross counter, you may be flipping down. And in the case like this, you can see you kind of have to. It's almost like it would have been better for me to use the Milano's resource to give myself the encounter card to pop the scheme down and then use my own justice cards to deal with the threat on the third scheme. Hmm. Yes. Yes, I concur. But overall, though, like we still got almost to the last game, so I'm not that like that's a decent run for the first crack. I don't know where that card just went. Yeah. So what we are doing, just in case anyone is wondering, is I'm just taking Gamora solo deck and running it through all the standard scenarios for Galaxy's Most Wanted in preparation of the solo league. Standard Nebula. This should be fun. Milano is here. Comes in with Space Pirates. Now they may also mix up the module sets. That's a very possibility. Power Stone. Discard the top 2 cards for each technique attached. Okay. Every technique gains Surge. When on each, then discard each of those attachments. Okay. So in standard, they all go away. Comes in with 2 plus equal to the number on the evasion ship. I'm assuming that they'll probably have like these type of encounters, crackers on the whatchamacallit. On the track how much you actually remove. 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't need momentum shift. Don't we need to pay for that? Don't need less assault. I guess. I mean, there's only 2 threat, so we don't really need. Let's keep that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Top card of my deck is an event. I get to draw it. I will use that event to play Conditioning Room. I'll use the Conditioning Room to draw the most attack or thwart event back into my hand. Flip up. Remove 1 threat from the scheme. Deal damage. That's a thwart event. I'll play Keen Instinct. No need to do that ability. I use Keen Instinct plus Half Aggression to play Forward Momentum. Just to remove more threat. Attack for 2. I'm keeping Fusillade just in case I draw a weapon. Okay. So 1 evasion counter, 1 tick. So see, initiates attack. She gains a tough status card. Attacks me for a 3 plus. Nothing. I used Cadence to play cross counter. So it prevents 3 damage. This gets discarded. I deal damage, breaks the tough, remove a thwart. Both of those trigger, deal damage as well. And then we get an encounter card. Quick Strike. 2 damage, top card of the deck goes away. Bye bye Nebula. You were useless anyway in this scenario. Okay. Hmm. I can go 1, 2, play hand cannon. Comes in with 3 counters. By the way, this is the second turn. Attack for 2, 4 with overkill. So 3 damage, 1 damage. That will break with get rid of that minion. And I guess we'll discard this and keep momentum shift just in case. Decisions were made. Poor decisions were made. Attacking with a 3+. Take it. 4 damage. Counter card. Lethal Intent. Discard cards until a technique is revealed. There you go. It gains Surge. Reveal that card. Does not. I don't do it though. Each enemy gets +1 attack. Well, now we have threat for days. Okay. Interesting. Okay. If I go Keen Instincts, Power of Aggression to play Momentum Shift, heal 2, deal 2 damage. It's an attack event, so it removes 1 threat of a scheme. Then I'm going to do Milano and 2 to get rid of an evasion counter. I'll do Acrobatic Move to deal 2 damage to Nebula. And then I'm going to Thwart for 2. Flip down. Conditioning Room to draw a card. And heal. Discard the card anyway. That way I at least heal up a little bit more. Okay. Surprise attacks. Nobody expects the double surprise attacks. It's insane. Okay. So where are we? Add 1, 2 on. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. Gets discarded. Then it's a 2. Sorry. On the main scheme, not on the ship. This doesn't do anything. So it's 2 plus 1. It's 3. This will advance. Place 2 evasion counters on Nebula's ship. Discard the top 2 cards of each player deck. So 8 cards go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Comes in with 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 encounter cards. Surges. Weapon Mastery. The double surge. Pirate Lackey and Pirate Lackey. Neither one actually triggers. Alright. Conditioning Room. Once again to pull card. Look at the top card of my deck. It is an event. I will take it. Flip up. Keen Instinct to play a surprise attack. Deal 4 damage. And the Thwart to get rid of a scheme. Diane. So many options. Do I do it again? Maybe we do. Maybe we'll use one. Play a second surprise attack. To take out one of the pirate lackeys. Let's get him off the board. Deal with that. I'll attack for 2 to advance Nebula. Actually, that's 17. Then I'm going to do 1, 2. Can I play any of these? Let's just think this through for a second. No. The other option I had would have been play Fusillade and then use cross counter to reduce the evasion counters because it's going to go up by 4, 5. So it's going to go to 8. So it's a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, play Fusillade, exhaust, deal 5 damage, which is the 12. And then I'm going to keep, you'll pay for that in cross counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also get the Power Stone from that. Oh, I think Retaliate actually. I would take 2 Retaliates actually. Yeah. Okay. 5 goes up to 8. Attacks for 3. I take a damage from the attachment. That's a 3 plus. I will. Ooh. I won't block it. 3 damage. I'll play cross counter. Prevent 3. Deal a damage. Remove a threat. Triggers. Deal a damage. Remove a threat. That gets rid of another scheme. Then he'll attack me for 2. I will take it. Remove card from the game. I'll then play hand count to play. You'll pay for that to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Just to keep it down a little bit. Get an encounter card. Discard cards until a technique attachment is discarded. Reveal it and get its special ability. Reveal. There's a threat on the main. It surges into a rogue vessel. Deal damage. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it actually would have surged, actually. Sorry. Shadows of the Past. So, my Nemesis cards come into play, but Nebula can't come into play because Nebula is the main villain. So, because of that, it surges. Treat her block as if she was blank. Just horrible nightmare stuff happens. Either way, we're dead anyway, because I think the play would be attack, hand cannon for 4, 1, 2, decisive blow for 4. So it's only 8 damage. So we're too short. We're like, so close. So close. Not bad though. Just taking a deck and just running it through these scenarios. Overall, it is pretty good. So I think I'm pretty comfortable with dealing with Gamora and kind of playing with her. I can fine tune it a little bit. It is scary, like it is a whole different experience playing solo, like true solo, because I feel like these games go really quickly. I'm talking about like just it's been what, like 30, 40 minutes now, and I've gone through 4 scenarios. And that's a bit insane if you think about it, right? Want some music and have a little chill wrap up to the stream a bit. So what have we learned? Let me just check before I do anything else. Is it not actually? What's going on? What's going on? I'm confused on what is coming up through the. So just in case you guys, I'm just playing around with settings, trying to figure out what is going on. Discord, Chrome. Tabletop sim? I'm not sure what's actually playing. That might be a little sound, but it doesn't sound like anything's coming through. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to This way, I can hear the music on my side. The music shouldn't be too loud on your guys' side. Now we can just kind of chill a bit. All right. So we're gonna try one more quick solo game. And let's see, what can we throw? What hero shall we play? Suggestions are more than welcome. So we play. Let's play someone that we haven't played in a while. Nope, I got it. Let's see, got anything from the chat? No. Okay. Had an idea for a deck. The Star-Lord deck, which will basically be, how shall we say, insane. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm basically gonna play this like insane justice deck. Did I just hold on. I just had an idea. I just had a thought about something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, I just realized all those games I played with Gamora, I didn't include any basic cards in the thing. Not even the resource cards. The energy, the strength, genius, they weren't in the deck. Oh my god. Even without having all that money, we still were able to beat Drang and essentially get Collector, both Collectors and Nebula down to literally like less than 4 health. And we didn't even have the money. We didn't have the money for it. Wow. Okay. That is kind of funny, actually. I'll keep that one up. Okay, so let's add Drax, Gamora, Groot. Fuck it. Leadership allies. What leadership allies are good? I'm making a Star-Lord leadership deck quickly. And it's gonna be literally just insane. Maria Hill. There's some good 3-cost ones. Hawkeye's not bad. Hawkeye can help deal with minions. And then maybe an Adam Warlock? Nah. Beta Ray Bill. And then we need something to deal with. We got 2 make the calls. I cannot believe that we did not have that entire like stretch of games that we played, and we didn't have any resource cards in it. Star-Lord. What am I setting? Yep. And who shall we send Star-Lord up against? What brave villain so that the mighty Star-Lord go up against? So I'm just thinking about something for a second. What if I was to actually no, I'm not gonna. I was thinking of like we can run the settings, but we're not gonna do that. So instead, I'm gonna do something interesting. Let's did it not take my cards? I do have crew quarters. Just I don't know if I might not keep crew quarters actually. Might be too slow. Dance battle, bro. Ronin time. Let's go. Kree militants. Power Stone goes to the first player. Milana comes here. What's up, Eyebrow? How are you doing? Touch Universal, Weapon, Power Stone, all good. Okay. The Kree command ship is part of his. It's not part of the campaign. That's just there. Okay. So it's been a while. So touch deck. Okay. So I'm gonna see how this works. So this might be an interesting play. I'm doing pretty good. We had a good night so far. We've checked out the announcement from Fantasy Flight for the Hood scenario pack, and then we played a bunch of games. And now I'm just practicing for the solo Champions League. 3, 4, 5, 6. Blaze of Glory isn't what I want right now, actually. Neither is that, actually, but we'll deal with him. So do I gain... Yeah, I think I get both guns. And that alone is actually pretty scary. Alright, so I'm gonna use my ability to swap Last Stand with top card of my deck. Alright, double Last Stands. Nice, nice. Okay. I'll give myself an encounter card to play Element Gun for free. I'll use 2 and 1 to play another Element Gun. What's the threat situation look like here? I'll thwart for 2. I'll Daring Escape, deal myself another card, draw a card, ready my hero. I guess use that to play Star-Lord's Helmet. And then, so these do piercing, which breaks tough. So 3. Oh, I gotta spend resources. Hold the phone. Resource, 3 damage and piercing. Resource, 3 damage. And I attack for 3. Okay, not bad. Ready, I have 2 encounter cards, so my hand size is a 7. What are with these ads? Like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got ourselves some magic here. 2 on. Attacks me for 3 plus. I'll take it. 3 plus 1 is 4 damage. Oh, actually, it would be an extra 1, sorry. 2 more damage. Gains a Power Stone. I forgot. Ronin activates double against anybody who has Power Stone. And then I gain a counter card. Now we have 3 encounter cards. Give Ronin a tough. Surges. 3 private. I'm going to exhaust Milano. Spend the resource. No. Cancel that. Oh, I actually get 1 more from that, actually. So, fanaticism. Okay, maybe Ronin Standard might not have been the best idea for this wonky deck. Not gonna lie, it might not have been the best plan. What happened to that minion? That minion just like vanished on me. Okay. So my plan is to find a way to like somehow pull off this combo and just like one-shot him. Spend 1, element gun. Breaks tough, 3 damage. That actually steals the Power Stone, doesn't it? This attack, hold on. It is, so it only do 2 damage. That wouldn't break the Power Stone. I 1 to fire another 1 to do 2 damage. I don't have any counter cards in front of me, that's the problem. I can attack for 2. Oh. Which will advance him to 18. Which is not the plan. Just letting people know that's not the then he has a tough, which throws everything off. Oh, there you go. I'm like, where's the scheme? It vanished on me. I was hoping I could play like sliding shot. I could actually. Why not? Yeah. Give myself a counter card, play a sliding shot, to take out the creep private, just to deal with that. Then I'm gonna spend 2 to play gutsy move to remove 4 threat of cut the power. flip down, and we'll go from there and see what happens. Okay, we got Daring Escape. That's good. Welcome Aboard is also good because it could get us Groot out pretty cheap. How much damage we gotta do? 18 damage? We have 9, 12, 15. Well, 15, but Kree Combat Armor's here. Could spend these 3 just to deal with that. Might be worth it, actually. Oh, no, it's not. Anyway, go on. I schemes for 2, 3, 4, 5 advances. Threat can be removed, and then we gain 2 encounter cards. Kree Pirate does nothing. Cannonade comes in with 4. And Surge, we take a damage. Surges. Kree Commando. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can actually, like, one-shot this. Can I welcome aboard? Make the call. Pay the predict. I wonder if that's possible. If I welcome aboard, so the next ally costs 2 less. Make the call, and I can pull in. Oh, but the problem is no. I forget the guns need resource to fire actually. So that's the issue. Let's for the hell of it just take this card instead of this card. Welcome aboard to play Maria? No. Welcome aboard plus Maria to play Groot. Here for 3. Flip up. Daring Escape. Encounter card and ready myself. Then I'm gonna use Make the Call and an Element Gun to pierce, so I do 2 damage. I'm gonna see how much damage I can actually do. Give myself an encounter card. Sliding shot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. -1, brings it down to 8. I take the Power Stone from. No. This to do another 3, 2. This to do 1. And this to do 3. Again, this is the 3rd game in a row that we've gotten them down to literally 2 health, just like YOLOing it. Would it have? No. I'm trying to think if it would have been better just to sliding shot. Try and pull Gamora out and then have Gamora get me the sliding shot. I don't know if I would have been able to play both of those. But I still would have to play out the 1 element gun to break the tough. Either way, though, that is just for like a deck I threw together in 5 minutes. Pretty effective. In case Braille's still here, we talk about Arkham before this. I got in the mail this week. I was able to finally get my hands on some of the Arkham Intimate Conspiracy Packs. So luckily, I was able to. I should have. I think I have one more coming. And then I should have all of Intimate Conspiracy fully, finally collected. So that would be great. Yeah, I normally get my stuff through Amazon to be actually, but I was someone, I forget who it was, just said sometimes just like they just check the Fantasy Flight website and every now and then they just kind of like stealth add products to it. I checked it out one day and like Innsmouth was restocked. And I'm like, well, I have the core set for Innsmouth. So I needed to finish that one. I still need to finish collecting Carcosa. That one is just, they just never have that in stock. And then the Circle Undone and Dream Eaters, I'm probably gonna wait until I'm assuming they're going to reprint those in the new mode that they're doing. At least that's what I think that's the rumor. It's insane. It's literally like I have the Corsa and Echoes. I'm waiting to get Unspeakable Oath. But like then you have the people who are like price gouging it on not with price gouging it, but like selling it to Amazon. I forget which one it was I was looking at, but it was just like they're selling the pack for $20 or something. So they increased the price by like $5-6. Yeah, it is cool that Edge of Earth is coming. And I think they said it. I think there's some sort of storage solution to it, like built in. Because obviously that was always an issue because the only good way to really store this game is with buying the return 2 boxes, really. Is it? I'm just trying to figure something out here. Or was it? Guess the music really wasn't coming through. I'm trying to figure out the settings for some of the music and stuff. Even though I don't really play music normally. So yeah, so to recap a bit, we have the Hood announcement coming out, which I think I might actually still have. Yeah, I do actually. So we have the Hood announcement that we went over. That should probably go out this weekend, hopefully sometime. Talk about that. I think that's going to be good. Then we started our Bad Boys kind of campaign run with Drax and Venom. I really like Drax's playstyle. I think Drax is one of my favorites just because of the way he plays protection is a lot different than how we've played protection in the past. Venom was also pretty like someone mentioned it on Tuesday. Like if you play Venom pretty tight, he's actually pretty like effective at his job. So we did Crossbones. We're gonna be playing Absorbing Man next. The Then we did some games against solo games because I usually play tabletop, not tabletop, Marvel same way that I play Arkham two-handed solo, so 2 players, just one me. But the solo Champions League is true solo, so it's just one hero, bit of a different game. Like I wouldn't want to play Arkham true solo. I feel like that just doesn't sound that fun to me personally. And then the way I may or may not that may or may not be on Steam. I mean on Steam on stream to see how that will play out. The other stuff that we're going to be doing, just to give some updates. Obviously Sunday we have a Pathfinder stream. Those that enjoy tabletop. That is going to be should be a good battle. They're getting near the end of book 4, so like it's like high like 14th level combat is going on there. So that should be a good session. And then we'll start. I don't know if I'll next Thursday we'll either stream Champions or Arkham. We'll have to. The next thing we'll be doing is Dunwich, I think. We played Knights of Zealot. I still need to get the Devourer scenario up on YouTube for you guys. They require a bit of an editing to kind of fix that mess of a game. This music is actually not kind of like filling my mindset right now. It's I thought it would be chill, but it was a bit more hectic than I wanted it to be. So let's switch back over to the tabletop simulator. Okay. So the question is, anybody have any questions about Marvel Champions while we're sitting here kind of waiting to figure out what our next quick... Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Let's reset the table. Probably playing against Ronin probably wasn't the best, like, test for this scenario. For my ridiculous deck that I made. Let's try someone... Let's try... Who can we try? Any suggestions for a villain from the pool while I get Star-Lord ready? Or maybe... Should I do Kang? Kang could be interesting. I might do Kang. Unless we have any suggestions from the group. Otherwise, let's try Kang. I'm curious how Kang actually runs. We'll do Kang standard for now. What is this? I'll go. Where did that just go? Jesus. Kings and minions. Okay. Oh, that's cool. It says time warp instead of advance. Okay. Wow, that scan is not good. Oh, that is looks better on the stream than it does on mine actually. We'll add temporal to the module set. Wow. Okay. Give myself an encounter card from this, which is just you're asking for me to do some good work here. Oh, nowhere's on the board. No Beta Ray Bill. No Blaze of Glory. I'm gonna actually get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of Element Gun just to kind of hopefully 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I stack these? That might be a bit much. Pull the Element Gun out. Alright. So I can do 5, 7, 9. I think I could literally one-shot him right off the bat. Okay. I'll put one of these to flip that. Flip up. Give myself an encounter card to play Element Gun. 1, 2, 3. I really want to play Bad Boy, but we're gonna have to wait on that. 1, 2, 3 to play Sliding Shot. 1 fire the gun, so I get to keep one card. I'll keep Bad Boy. We'll play 1 to fire the Element Gun, sorry. 3 damage and it gains piercing, so it breaks a tough. Does 3 damage. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3. Play a Sliding Shot. 5 damage, 2 additional damage for every face down encounter card. 2, so 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. That defeats King 1 automatically. Time warp. We get Iron Lad. Retaliate 1 and toughness. Comes in with 18 hit points. Okay. Then I'll attack for. I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna throw for 2 just to get rid of that. Okay, ready? And draw up. Whoa. I drew a lot of cards, but no cards that actually do anything for me. So that's fun. 1 on. Attacks for 2 plus. I'll take it. 2 plus 2 is 4. And I gain a counter card. Weekend. After I use the basic hero power, I take a damage. Time travel, hijinks, discard. Oh. Steals my weapon from me. Discard each event card from my hand. Event, event, event. Wow. Okay. That was fun. Alright. I'll give myself an encounter card to play Bad Boy. I will flip. This needs physical. Oh, I'm gonna flip this with this card. Discard that. Get rid of weakened. Then heal for 3. The sliding shot doesn't do me anything until I get an element gun back in my hand. Where are all the allies? What is going on here? Okay. As 1. Schemes from 1 plus nothing. I'm stunned. Encounter card. Cannot play hero specific cards. Corrupted time stream. I'll 1, 2 to play element gun. I'll discard 1 card from my hand. I'm okay with that. It comes into play with 2. That's cannot trigger alter ego actions. So I can't play hero. Oh my god, this is just a total mess of life. Want to play crew quarters. This to heal. This to swap. This is ridiculous. 2, 3 to play Groot. Flip up, break the stun. Groot will just sit there. Why did I moved up to break the stun? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, add 1. I'm hoping that I'll be drawing into some allies. Okay, added 1 on. Attacks, I'll block with Groot. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 damage, but Groot heals 2 every time he defends, so 3. Encounter card. Quick strike, I take 2 damage. And I'm good to go. Okay. I can't play any hero specific cards, so it's like, what's the point? Give myself an encounter card to play Gamora. Gamora will attack for 2 to defeat Ancient Warrior. Discard cards until I find an event. Not that great. Thwart for 2 to get rid of the corrupted time stream. This is actually a really good script. I have to like, all like kidding aside, this is actually a pretty good script that they made. So what I could do is I could flip down, right? And then I can discard a hero specific card. To get rid of depowered. Then I'm gonna discard a lightning to get rid of time travel hijinks. Then I'm gonna play these 2 to play jet boots. This to heal up 1. So I have a lot of cards to keep me alive. I just don't have my guns. Ooh, CITT though. 5 schemes for 1 plus 3 is 4. So that advances. So, advance. So then I got a King's the minion, I think. This one could probably... Okay, Kings, come on. This could just go away. Like, be gone. Just vanish away. Okay. Each player starts with the encounter deck, discard pile for the Nemesis minion, and puts it into play. Engage with them. Just the minion, though, not the whole set. This comes in with 3. And there's only 20 health to go. That was on the scheme, but I still have to draw an encounter card. And the first treachery card I gain... Oh, he would actually attack me, right? A block. So that 5 absorbs it. No, he would scheme, actually. Sorry, I lie. Okay. Macrobots, treachery. Each player takes none, so I take a double surge. Minions, lots of minions. Okay. Any good? That might be worth it, actually. Make the call. 2 plus 1 to pull out a Rocket Raccoon. Now we have Groot, Gamora, and Rocket. Out. Wait a minute. I think I can make the call. Yeah, I can make the call because I'm not playing it, I'm putting it into play, so I think I'm fine. But why is Peter Quill not Guardian in Alter Ego? What? I mean, I'll flip anyway. That's not an issue. But that's just weird. Alright, let's see what we got going on over here. Okay. That is what we call a lot of minions happening. So Rocket can attack, and that will defeat the Macrobot straight. No issue with that. Gamora will attack for 2. That will defeat the Ancient Warrior. And then I discard cards until I get an event. Add it to my hand. Unfortunately, I don't have any encounter cards. I'll thwart for 2. Play Daring Escape. Give myself an encounter card. Ready, and draw a card. I'll use this to play Gutsy Move. To remove 2 threat and 2 threat. The Kang's the minion is gone. Meaning Kang cannot be attacked. Then I'm going to play Star-Lord's Helmet. Which will give me extra cards. And I'm going to attack for 2 to break the tough off the T-Rex. Ready? And we'll go. Well, now this means I get an extra card. I think so. The way it's been ruled is that it checks at the beginning, I guess. So we won't be, you know, cheeky like that. Okay. One on. He will attack. I will place a threat on. So it's a 2 plus 2, 4 damage. I use this to prevent 2 of it, so I only take 2 damage. Root will block Mr. Knife. 2 damage, he heals 2. Fine. T-Rex does 3 damage. Block with Gamora. He's gone. And then again, encounter card. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Okay. He attacks me for 4 plus 1. That's 5 damage. I'm going to discard Bad Boy to prevent all that damage. Flip. And then draw 2 cards. And the reason for that is now these guys don't attack me because I'm no longer in hero mode. Shadows of the Past. So that actually would have got a Surge from that from Mr. Knife. Then this set comes into play. Surge is because Mr. Knife didn't come into play. Chitauri Soldier comes into play. Good God. This comes in with 2. Discard 1 card at random from your hand, take a damage, then place a threat. A little bit of everything. Either way, though, I think we can do some crazy stuff, possibly. Other than one person I didn't want to see fall. But we'll make it work. Okay. This to heal up. Hawkeye have to flip with that. Okay. Well, that's interesting. If I go 1, 2 to play nowhere, flip up, give myself an encounter card plus a welcome aboard to play Nova Prime for free. I defeat a non-elite minion for free. I'll defeat the T-Rex. Just get him off the board. Gone. It's a Guardian ally because he has the Guardian trait. And draw a card. Okay. Nova Prime will attack for 3 on Mr. Knife. Retaliates. Rocket will attack as 4, so 3 plus 1 overkills. It's a tough. But Mr. Knife is defeated. Attack for 2. Daring escape. Attack for 2. That defeats the Chitauri Soldier. So that guy's gone. Daring escape. Thwart for 2 of this one. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this. Keep Sliding Shot. So I have 3 cards, so my hand size is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus this is actually adds an extra 6 basically. 6, 12, 18. I think I can one-shot this? Maybe? Let's see what happens. Adds 1 on. He attacks me. Place a threat on. 2 plus 2 is 4. Jet boots. Prevent 3 of it. I take 1 damage. Encounter card. The villain schemes. 2 plus 1 is 3. When I was ready, discard it. When Kang's attacked, discard prevent all damage from this attack and deal 1 damage to the attacker. Kang attacks me. Place a threat on. It's 2 plus 3, 5 damage. Okay. Is there a way that I could do this? I don't think so. I think I'm literally too off again. Because the sliding shot needs an element gun. And I have no way to deal with that. Oh, it says max 1 per round anyway. Oh, that's lame. So I can't double blaze? Lame. Because then what I would have done was I would have... Okay, so let's say we Blaze of Glory. Thwart for 4. Thwart for 4. He can't. He has to heal up. Like, no matter what. Flip here for 3. I will then get crew quarters to flip it with this card. 2, 3 to play element gun. Crew quarters to heal up. And I think that's it. Ready. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't ready myself because of this. And we'll see what happens. 5, 6. 1 on. Schemes for 2 plus 2 is 4. Encounter card. The villain schemes. 2 plus 2 is 4. We lose. So, but anyway, what we would have done this turn was flip this with this. Sorry, there. Recorder to heal. Flip up. Then make the call to play Gamora. Tier 3. This to draw a card. Then I would have given myself an encounter card to play a sliding shot. That before that, I would attack for 2, prevent all the damage, and deal 1 damage to the attacker. She takes 2, basically takes to retaliate. Then I just guard a card until I find an event. I did. I am. Now I give myself an encounter card, sliding shot. That's 7 damage. Then again, I'm just like 1, 2, 3, sliding shot, another 7 damage. Attack for 2. So 4. So I'm really close. All these rounds, I'm literally 2 hit points off, 4 hit points off. Just there. Alright. So I think we've had some good practice with with solo play. And we've learned how to handle it. We've learned how to deal with it. I think we've got it in a good place. So I just saw virtual, like one of those virtual VR walking machines. And I was like, wait, what? So I lost what I was trying to find. Okay. I don't actually have the gems. Oh well. We'll have to do. But here's the plan, just to give you guys a heads up. I mentioned this a bit before, but what I want to do now is talk a bit about something that give you guys a little sneak peek for those out here at the very end stream. I have been working on creating a Patreon page and trying to come up with ideas, concepts to kind of help populate the page to give you guys, hopefully give you guys things that you will enjoy kind of seeing there. So some of the stuff that you will see is like deck building videos, extra game videos that aren't so for instance, games that I may have played but don't aren't the final product may show up there. Games that the Solo Champions League, I may or may not show every game on stream personally, and that may not be the case. I know the games are quick, but I feel like if I played all 3 games, I'm not sure how that will work. Like an hour-long video, I could just make a quick 10-15 minute popping, like very quick burst video. The other 2 ones would be on Patreon. Deck building videos, like I mentioned, there'll be GM prep videos for my tabletop stuff. The plan is to have lots of videos for you guys out there to kind of help give you guys more content, and to also help then support me so that I can then kind of help grow this tabletop aspirations, if you will. So that's the plan. Outside of that, I am Old Cats, everybody, on Sunday with my Pathfinder stream. Hope you guys come hang out on that stream. It's a really, really good campaign, to be honest. I know Sunday nights might be hard, but check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Thursday next week. Tuesday I won't be streaming because I'll be actually playing my City of Mist game, which I no longer stream. But stay tuned because there might be City of Mist videos coming to the channel as well. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to follow me either on YouTube or on Twitch. Follow the YouTube. Definitely could use the support on YouTube. Otherwise, I will catch everybody next time. Thank you guys for hanging around. Thank you guys for watching.